Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ultimate Survival Guide for Scum version 0.6. Now, the reason I thought about this guide is I am busy with different series, and I've of course got two servers where the puppets do 3 times damage, and my community has expressed their difficulty dealing with the puppets and the fact that we are so weak. Since the update, we're quite weak, like an average character that we have right here. I just want to show you what this character has. So he's got the basic stats that you begin with. I gave him medium melee weapons, medium handguns, very average. And then at Constitution, I gave him medium running and medium endurance, dexterity, medium thievery, medium, beginning theme, basic thievery, basic motorcycling, medium stealth, and basic driving. And then basic awareness, medium engineering, basic survival, basic medical. Okay, very, very basic build, nothing special. This is, depending on what skills you take, this is about the character that you start with. And the first thing that you will see is that your strength has dipped in the past. So our character always starts with an age of 30. When you start your character, you can activate the selection to grow old. Okay, it just adds a little bit more immersion. But yes, your character is quite a bit weaker than what it was. And that is because you're only getting allocated 12 attribute points, where before this update, we had 15 attribute points that we could allocate. So we could put 3.5 points extra into here, giving us a lot more skill points to add in here. Okay, and then the first thing you'll see that the gear weight that you can carry is much less than your previous characters. Trust me, if you think back about the carry weight that you could carry with the standard character, it was much more than this, and that's because you probably put points into strength or points into constitution, which increased your carry weight and then increased your overall strength, toughness. You guys probably put a few points in dexterity to make you quite fast, okay? So, when it comes to food and drinking, you will see that I've only got the basic stats. Now, this crow meat is, check taste, is only slightly cooked, okay? So, you only have to slightly cook meat to not let it repulse you, okay? And I just made a simple little barbecue there with a fire to cook it. Added small little sticks, basic, okay? You can kill birds whenever you want. They're always in the sky. And then I crafted an improvised water container, filled it with water, and these are the basic items that you can craft right at the beginning of the game. If you've got basic survival, okay? There's the improvised water container, one skin from an animal or a puppet, one tree bark rope, the improvised sewing kit, okay? Things like that you're going to have to work towards. But a lot of you are struggling because it's the beginning of the game. No one has really leveled up their character, and I am going to start an ultimate character guide on my main server, Survival Evolved, where I'm going to show you the perfect character build if you are focusing on leveling up your attributes in game. Okay, it won't be the standard build. It will be a build that enables us to reach close to perfect stats in strength, constitution, and intelligence. I don't know if I'll be able to get dexterity to 5 as well, but my target is to have 8 strength, 5 constitution, 5 intelligence, and then see what we can do with dexterity, because dexterity is the only one that I'm not 100% sure about, because we are going to have to lose weight to get better dexterity. But constitution is easy because we just have to be running or jogging or swimming, and strength is easy because we just have to have a good calorie balance with protein, which we can easily get from birds and animals, and then just put our character under load, carry heavy items and stuff like that. One tip that I want to give you, I just spawned in a few puppets to get the spawn commands in order, the way I want to show you guys the different puppets. And I kicked the puppet just a few times, and you can see that my socks are almost destroyed and my shoes are almost destroyed. Okay, so don't kick puppets, because now that your shoes and your socks are being destroyed, your feet are going to start receiving damage. So, yeah, please, guys, don't kick puppets. So, to get to the start of the Ultimate Survival Guide, the first problem that you're going to have is getting hurt. Now, if a puppet hits you, you are just going to have to wait, because it's going into stabilization immediately, and then you'll recover all the health that you lost. If you get bleeding damage, then you've got the option to use rag strips, rags, bandages. There's hemostatic dressing, and then the pressure dressing. So the pressure dressing you'll probably use on your arms and your legs, and the hemostatic dressing you'll use in like your shoulders or corners of your body, like basically just this dressing. You can clearly see you can put it around your arm or around your leg, but when the injury is a little bit more complicated, you're going to have to use that dressing. And this is just a tourniquet that stops bleeding. Okay, if you've got this item and you think you're going to bleed out and you're in a rush, you can stop the bleeding with that. Then secondly, we've got warmth. A lot of you guys are struggling with the snow area. Okay, so with the snow area, you can get into cover. You can use a puppet's clothing to warm you up. You can use a torch to warm you up, and you can use a small little fireplace to warm you up. With defenses, I'm going to show you guys how to defend yourself with basic items that you can craft very, very early in the game. And then with armor, I'm going to show you that even if you suffer in the beginning, there is progression. There is a sense of reward in Scum. So the longer you survive, the easier it gets. And that's the motivation with the survival game. With survival, I've never gotten it that people don't like dying, because that's the purpose of a survival game. To survive against various difficult elements. And if you're on a full server, you'll probably get shot a lot. So my perfect survival experience is where the PvE threat is just as difficult as the PvP threat. But we are going to show you guys how this changes the damage that the puppets do to you. And then with body temperature, some of you might overheat while you're running around. And that is just clearly because you're wearing as much clothing as possible to have as much inventory space as possible. And I'll just basically be showing you if you've got a nice balance of clothing that doesn't add a lot of heat to you. You know, you won't have any serious problems. You can always take off your clothing, but that is a bit irritating when you keep on sweating, okay? So I'm just going to show you that with basic clothing, this I spawned in, it looks fancy, but you can get a backpack. I can find a hiking backpack extremely easily in towns. You do get shoes, you do get gloves, you do get the beanie, you do get the balaclava, you do get, jeans, you get the scarf, which you don't want to wear. If you don't want to sweat all the time, you get the Spitfire jacket, which is an option, and you get the shirt. So if you don't want to sweat, I suggest skipping the Spitfire jacket and the scarf. If you're in the snow area, I suggest picking up these two items because they're going to add a lot of heat sources, and then you can wear those as well. Okay. So in any case, let's start with the first puppet, because that's the first thing you're going to struggle with, and that's what people have been struggling with on my server. So luckily with the new metabolism system, it shows you how much damage the puppet does. Okay, so I'm just going to press T here. I'm going to go through what I've spawned in. So we're just going to start at the first skinny one. Okay, so let me just get a basic weapon here. I'm just going to spawn in a wooden club. A wooden club is not on the table, so I'm just going to go club. Wooden club. It's got no nails on it. You can, of course, upgrade it with nails. But let's spawn in that first puppet that you're going to encounter. And then I'm going to show you guys a few things that you might have not thought about. Okay, so this is a skinny puppet. It does the least amount of damage. And then, of course, you can stay out of its detection if you stay out of its range. If you make noise, it will hear you, and if you come into its vision cone, it will see you. Okay, so normally they'll detect you much further away when they see you, but you have to be quite close to them for them to hear you. So first I'm going to let him hit me without defending myself, and then I'm going to let him hit me while I'm actively blocking his shot. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna let him hit us. That's about 3% damage average. And then I'm gonna block 1. So now I'm blocking, guys. 2%. 1%, 2%, 3%. This guy's going to take forever to kill you, okay? So we can do this and then give him a shot. Block again. Give him a shot. Block again. Give him a shot. Block again. Give him a shot. Very, very easy. Very, very simple. Okay? Now, the heavier the puppet is, or the more dangerous the puppet looks, the harder it's going to hit you. Okay, so you have to identify the threat level between different puppets. Okay, so yes, now we go look at our metabolism. Okay, and we've got all of this. Now it says there, the first shot, 4.9, 3.4, 6.1, 0.9, 11, 0.9, 4.5. Okay, so the damage varies, and you can see how quickly this is going up. But as soon as we do this, as soon as we just rest a bit, okay, then you can clearly see it's moving faster now. Okay, so you can rest a bit until it heals. So I'm just going to see what the time is now. It's okay, I'm looking at my time. And we'll be back now as soon. We're on 68% health. Okay. No major problems. I'm just going to tell you how long I waited before I could stand up again while I'm sitting down. You can see our body is red. Looks like we're in deep trouble. We'll be back now. Okay, guys, here we go. That was about 2 minutes. Okay. And you can see chest, right arm, right forearm, left hand, left forearm, right hand, right shoulder. So depending on where they hit you, that will change the damage that you get. And some of the puppets do a very big downward slam, and they can hit you on the head or on the upper part of your, like on your head. And that doesn't happen a lot, but when it happens, it can kill you. So it's quite basic. The bigger the puppet is, the more careful you have to be of it. So we waited for 2 minutes. Okay, we literally allowed a puppet to beat the living poop out of us. And now we're recovering. So all the health that I read out to you, all those numbers that I read out to you, equaled a total of 32 damage. Okay, and now we're going to get all the health back. Looks like in a minute instead of 2 minutes. So it took us 2 minutes to heal because we're sitting down and just relaxing, and because that increases the recovery. Okay, guys, the healing speed is at 100%. Okay, you can see there the value is 1.15. Okay, and when we lie down, or sit down, it goes to 1.9. Okay? So although it's just saying 100%, that doesn't mean it's not increasing. Okay? We are literally healing for double the speed, because it was at 1.1, it's at 1.9 now. Okay? Healing speed shows how fast your body is capable of stabilizing various conditions and injuries. It directly depends on the constitution attribute and the AD, which is action difficulties. Okay? And according to me, so standing up, again, 1.1, but I believe even if you lie down, it will probably still be like 1.9. Yes, will be the same. Whether you lie down or whether you sit down, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that increases your health. We're back to normal. We're back to 100%. Okay, our bladder is full. Okay, so let's just solve that problem quickly by taking a pee. But yes, that's it. We're back into action in 4 minutes. Okay, when we literally allowed a puppet to keep hitting us, which you won't do in game, but that is literally what we did. Okay, so that's the first puppet, and that's a club. Okay, so let's look at another way to defend ourselves. In my videos, I always tell you guys to go for the metal spear as soon as possible, because the metal spear just does a lot more damage than the other spears. Okay, so when you're in the forest, the best you can do is an improvised stone spear. The first down you hit, you'll be able to get 1 scrap metal at least. Okay, and craft yourself a metal spear. You only need a stone knife, you only need tree bark rope, okay, and then you only need a long stick and you need scrap metal, and you've got a metal spear. So now, let's look at the level 2 puppet, okay? Just going to go through, just want to keep them in order. So that was a thin one. Now this one is probably one of the most dangerous ones, except for the police. No, yes, they do the most damage to you because they're muscular. In my test that I've done, they actually do more damage than the police puppet and the armored puppet. Okay, so let's see how much this guy does to me. 5. Another 5. 5. Okay. Now we can block. Can we block? Okay, no. We can still walk backwards. Okay. But looks like with the spear you can't block, guys. So you're gonna have to stab him. And a lot of the times he will keep coming forward. I don't know if the devs intended that, but a lot of the times the puppet just walk through your spear. Like a spear has always pushed them back to keep them at a distance from you. That's probably why there we block. I don't know why we couldn't block, but in case the blocking would have lessened the damage. So even with the most dangerous puppet, he did 12, 7, and 9 damage to us. And, you know, whatever happened previously, like you can see, even the thin puppet had various damage that it does to you. Okay, this puppet's damage was just more constant. And now we can go to, okay, so that was the spear, the metal spear, which you guys saw, did very, very well against the puppet. Okay, so let's just put the spear on the ground. Now there's a metal axe. Now the metal axe, it takes a little bit longer to craft, takes a little bit more work. 2 scrap metal, a stick, tree bark, rag, nails, and an improvised toolbox. Okay? Any of you guys that watch my videos knows it doesn't take a lot. You can get the scrap metal, the nails, and the bolts from vehicles. You can craft a wooden club immediately, and you can get wooden planks very easily. Okay? So that's not a lot. But this is the other way to defend yourself. And now we are police armored. Yeah, let's take on a police armored puppet. Okay, let's see how much this guy can do to us. So now we can block. We've got 71 health. 4. 3, I think that was about 3. So what makes this puppet special is not the damage that he does. It's the fact that he's got armor. Okay, that's actually what makes him dangerous. And now, again, with the blocking, you will see that the damage that we take in the damage bar is going to get less. And now, we can hit him in the legs because he doesn't have any armor on his legs. He's only got armor on his body. Okay? So the only reason why they are dangerous is it takes a long time to kill them because they've got a helmet on and they've got armor. But if you shoot them in the legs with a bow or a crossbow, or you stab them in the legs with a spear, or you hit them in the legs with a weapon, they're going to die faster because they've got no protection on their legs. And if we go to health now, you'll see that it was 16. That was a big shot. 9, 2, and you can see when we start blocking. As soon as we start blocking, the damage goes down majorly. Okay. And then, of course, so I love this game, guys. I love this game. Like, if you get hit, all your clothing gets damaged. We really look like we've been beaten up. So that's quite cute. Okay. But okay, I hope you guys get the point there. I'll let the best puppet hit us as well. But yeah, that is one option that we have there. And then a lot of people like this metal sword, which also doesn't take a heck of a lot to craft it. To scrap metal or rope, you have to get a piece of rubber or rubber bands. And most of you that have played the game before knows that that's not too difficult. And now let's just spawn in. We can still spawn in a fat one. Okay, so let's spawn in a fat one. Zombie, civilian, skinny, muscular, armored, fat. There's not a lot of different types of puppets. So here we are with a fat. I'm busted up. Okay, I've got low health. I hit him, I move back. I hit him, I move back. I hit him, I move back. Even if he keeps coming at me, when I hit, I move back. Okay, and that's it. That's a fat puppet dead. Okay, so let's go to the worst puppet there is, armor-wise. And let's see how quickly we can kill a military armored puppet. So this is the bad boy. I'm going to let him hit me once. Just going to let him hit me once. Okay, that was nice. That was nice. And now we're going to hit him in the legs. Unfortunately, we have to be very close to him to hit him in the legs. But that's it. Armored puppet dead because we hit him in the legs. Of course, you can keep swinging, but that's going to drain your stamina. And the more stamina that gets drained, look. We're losing speed, guys. We're losing speed. I am spamming the button, but we are losing speed and we're doing a lot less damage. Okay? A heck of a lot less damage. So, we've been beaten to a pulp. Okay? 19, 29, 15. So yeah, the armored puppet didn't do a lot of damage. And now we're just going to wait again. Going to look at my clock. Okay, it's 15 minutes past. Let's see how long this takes. Okay guys, that took us exactly 5 minutes to heal from all of that. As you can see, we can run again. We're in perfect health. The only reason that you limp is that you'll get a pain symptom here. And a pain is basically the pain that you're experiencing from being beaten up by the puppets. And then when it reaches a certain threshold, I think it's 50%, I'm not sure. But if it hits a certain threshold, you'll start limping. And as soon as the time goes by of you not receiving any pain, you'll stop limping. And then, of course, you know, if you're bleeding or stuff like that, that will really increase the pain. So we can use a torch to heat us in a cold environment. We can use puppet clothing. So if we go here, we can search the puppets. Okay. So that puppet didn't give us anything. That puppet gave us a tactical pair of pants. As long as we don't get hit, you know, it will still help us with three degrees of heat. Okay, or 3 points of heat. Where the normal pants is just going to give us 2 points of heat. Okay. I don't think he's got anything for us. Okay, so he's got boots. My shoes are giving me 2. And these military boots gives us 3. Okay, again, a better heat source, and he's giving us a tactical jacket, which gives us another heat source of 3. Okay. And that's about all you need to not get cold. Here's giving us a helmet that will protect us until it hits 0%, and the stab-proof vest will protect us. Okay? Now, I've got clothing there on the table, but let me show you how much it can help you when you wear a puppet clothing and what difference it makes. So let's spawn in a puppet again. Let's spawn in the fat one. The fat one does a nice amount of damage. Okay. So what we are going to do now is look at when the armor disappears. Okay. So there's the armor. It's at 6%. So let's see how many shots it gives us. That's 1, 2, 3. 3. It's still at 2%. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's not going lower than that. So the first shot did the most amount of damage. Okay, so there he's dead. So let's go look at our health. First shot did 2 damage. 24, 9, and 11. Okay, first shot did 2 damage, guys. So clearly when it stops going down in durability, you lose the protection of it. Okay, but now if we go here, and you can craft all these items in game. Okay, you can craft that. The diaries are a bit difficult to find, but you can craft that. And then this, I like this. This is 4 scrap metal, 6 bolts, a sewing kit, and 4 puppet skins, which you can gather quite easily. So let's wear this. Let's wear this. Okay, and now let's see how many hits it takes this puppet to damage us. So we're relying on the improvised bulletproof vest. Okay. So here we go. We've got 53 health. Okay. So that thing's not receiving any damage. Okay, that's how fast you sort out the puppet with that. Okay. So clearly that's not taking any damage. So let's take the police vest that we can usually get in a police station, and let's spawn in a thin puppet. Okay, let's just see what this guy does to us. So we've got the stab-proof vest on. Okay, that's not... Okay, that's 1. So it's not receiving any damage. But it's definitely protecting us. So if we go to the shots, it's 0.1, 3.5, 2.2. And that was probably from the fat puppet. Okay? And clearly that first shot we got protected from. So clearly it's protecting us, but it's not losing durability. Oh, there it lost durability. But that didn't lose any durability. Okay? So these items protect you a heck of a lot. Like if you loot a military station and you pick this up. Okay, so now we've got the ballistic vest on. I just want to show you guys what's the difference here. So 13 health with a skinny puppet. 1. 2. Okay, so 0.1, 3.5, 2.2. Okay, it definitely protects you. And then you get like a bomb suit, which is gonna protect you a lot. But guys, on my server, the puppets do 3 times damage. That is just to add to the PvE threat so that you can figure out how to deal with puppets effectively. Okay, and when we look at how to deal with puppets effectively, I am almost dead. But what I'm going to do now is show you 2 methods. So this is a quiver with arrows and the bow. Okay, I'm almost dead, but that doesn't matter. So now we've got the quiver with 12 arrows in it, which is just wooden arrows, very easy to craft, and the bow, which is very easy to craft. Okay, now if we took the time to craft this, then this is the threat that a puppet's going to do. Okay, And doesn't really matter how many puppets there are. Okay? Or what puppets there are. Okay, okay. Okay. I said okay. Okay. I missed my shot. Okay. I missed my freaking shot. Okay, guys. Let's just pour this fat guy in again. Okay. So that is a bow. Okay. Hopefully you use it without looking like we do. And now we will clearly see the pain. The pain intensity, the overall pain intensity causes us to limp. Okay. So let's take this off us. I just want to remove the quiver that I've got on me. Just want to walk here quickly. So I want to remove this quiver. And I want to remove the bow. So the bow is a little bit difficult to aim. Takes some practice. But then when you get to the crossbow, you can load it. It takes longer to load, but it is a lot more accurate. Okay. So now, I just want to lift it up. We can press V to always have it active. We can even hip fire if we want to. And then we can spawn in the puppet. And now we can snipe. Okay, now we don't have to guess where the puppet's head is. But that's how we can solve our problems. And yes, you can, the orbit puppet is going to be a lot more tough. Is going to be tougher. So let me just heal quickly, guys. And I'll show you the orbit puppet, alright? Okay, guys, that was about 3 minutes. That was very, very quick. Again, just sit down and you'll recover. Pain goes away, you're perfect. Stats are perfect, everything's perfect. You can run, it's like nothing happened, okay? Now, I'm going to show you, the bow's just going to be a little bit faster. Of course, the crossbow does more damage, but I'm going to show you a very good example of what I spoke about with the armored puppet, okay? So, let's count the shots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shots in the chest, okay? 1, 2, 3. 3 shots in the head. 1, 2, 3. Nope, that wasn't 3. 4 shots in the legs. Okay. Now, arrows and bolts, I do think ignores armor. Okay, but still, focus on the legs with a ranged weapon, and if you can, focus on his legs with the melee weapon. Okay, that's the toughest puppet in the game, guys. We can craft this bow and these arrows in 5 minutes when we spawn into the game. So that means no puppets poses any threat. Whereas that's a fat one. Okay, no puppets pose any threat. And yeah, these are the amount of puppets that we allow to beat the living nonsense out of us. And we can see that our armor is staying very, very nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this off. Take that off. We're going to give ourselves... Yeah, we're just going to take all these medical items because we need to get shot. And we're going to get shot by something very, very, very dangerous. Okay, let me take this. Okay. So let me I don't have inventory space for it, so I'm just going to put my water there. Put that there. Put that there. Add that to the quick slot. Add that to the quick slot. Add that to the quick access. Add that to the quick access. And that. And that. Okay. Now, we're just going to get a dirt bike quickly here. Okay, and we're going to go to a bunker quickly so that a puppet can shoot us. So I hope you guys understand, okay? This is to stop bleeding, which I'm going to show you now. A fire, a torch, a building, running, puppet clothing can solve that issue. Defense, any armor helps you to live longer. Or defense, any weapon helps you. You can kill every puppet with the starting gear that you craft. And then clothing, you want to wear minimal clothing. Okay, so you want to wear that, you want to wear that. Not the scarf, maybe the gloves to add a little bit of heat, maybe the jacket, and maybe the shirt. Okay, so let's remove this busted up clothing. Let's take all the stuff that we had in there. And yes, this is more than enough inventory space, guys. And it's 3, 6, 7, 11, 13, 14. And you only have 3 when you start. You've only got the 2 from the pants and the 1 from the shirt, and then all your other stuff like that gives you 1. You know, the socks gives you 1, but I mean 14 is more than enough. And then you get a hiking backpack that gives you more inventory. So what I'm saying is you don't want to wear clothing to death, okay? Because that is definitely going to punish you. But let's go say hi to that Meg quickly and end the episode with, or end this guide with bleeding damage, because that's the same damage that you're going to receive from players, and it's the same damage that you're going to receive from suicide puppets. You know, so everything is just going to be extreme damage. So let's just get onto our bike with our basic driving. And let's go to the bunker. There we go, guys. Here we are, the dreaded Megs. And let's just see that some of the bunkers, they don't shoot you through the fence. No, they can't shoot you through the fence. Okay? They don't detect you through the fence unless you open up the fence. So that's a very good way to defend yourself. So now he's going to see me because the fence is open. Okay, so there he shot us. Okay, we're bleeding. Let's see what our health looks like. So now we've got a bleeding injury, C4. C4 means it's at the worst stage possible. That's why the skull is at the end. So either we're going to die when we lose all our health, or we're going to die when this reaches max. Okay, so now we just right click on it to treat it. And now we can literally click on our rag strips. So there we go. Another rag strip. There we go. Another rag strip. Another rag strip. So the bar is full. That's all we need to treat it. Okay. But of course, we're going to heal a little bit slower like that. So we can use, it's on our neck. Can we use that? Okay. So that's just half. Okay. And then this is just going to stop the bleeding immediately. So the tourniquet is really good for stopping the bleeding immediately. And then we've got this other item that you still need more than 1. Okay, now you still need to pick these things up because they're going to heal you a lot faster. So 2 of them. You only need 2 of them. And now you can treat it. And now you guys are going to see how fast this can get your health back. We could have done it with rag strips. We could have done it with rags. You just need to add the items until the circle is full, and that means it's going to solve the problem for you. Okay, so there we're in stabilizing. We lost 25 health because of it, and now we can just lie down to increase the healing. It looks like it's going to take about 2 minutes, guys. As you can see, the bar is moving quite quickly. Okay. So that is quite quick. So let's heal ourselves with this. We can see the speed that is going at. Okay, so let's heal ourselves with that. And then we heal ourselves with the tourniquet. Because what you must remember is, like I told you guys, this pressure dressing is the same as the hemostatic, as what we just used. Okay, it's the same as the hemostatic dressing. This is just for different parts of your body, and these are for like your arms and your legs and stuff like that. So it's the same thing. The only thing that differs is this tourniquet, which you only need one of. And then when you use rag strips, you'll probably take, you'll take the longest to heal. Rags shorter, bandages shorter, this very short, and this probably very, very quickly. Okay, so when we look there, like guys, we don't have to be out of the action for very, very long. So if you got shot by a player, you won the fight, you can probably get into the action, back into the action within 1 or 2 minutes, which is much better than before. Okay, and I feel you guys are just looking at the negative, part of it, instead of looking at the positive part. Okay, there is that. So, yeah. Let's just wait here. Let's just wait. Lie down. Sit down again. Like I say, same damage from players which shoot you. Same damage from a suicide puppet. Okay? It's a very serious injury. It's basically the most serious injury. And then your pain can go up as well, but your pain will go away with time, and you can drink painkillers, or eat painkillers. Depending on if you chew the tablets or if you drink it. And there we go. So now we're going to recover all our health. Okay, so that's in the recovery. Let's get shot again. Because of our armor, we're going to last quite long. And as you can see, a lot of the bunkers are very easy regarding the puppets. We got shot twice there. So that was a doozy, boys. That was a doozy. Look at all those stages. Look at all those stages. Okay? Big shit, Little China. And we didn't recover from our previous one. So that is bad. That is extremely bad. Okay? So now we're going to go to the treatment. This is only in C2. Okay? So we can probably solve that with two normal bandages. So we're going to use a bandage on that one. Okay, and then we're going to use this on this one, because this one is very, very dangerous. And we'll compare the speeds of all of them. Oh, we've got 9 health. We need to move it. Okay, so on C3 it's immediate. On C3 it's immediate, but we are gonna die. We are gonna die. Because our health is gonna hit 0. Okay, so the first mistake that we made there is to get shot again. Before we were in recovery, he only hit us twice, but I feel like the fact that we got back into the action before we healed completely, okay, was a problem. So when you get shot a lot, depending on the body parts that you get shot on, a lot of the shots are going to be fatal wounds, which you're going to need to heal very quickly. Okay, and then of course you can get a player. Spawn back in the sector. Then of course you can get a friend with a high medical skill, and the higher your medical, like this character's only got a basic skill. Okay, but like, let's just see here if I can get a stone knife quickly. Let's quickly do an extreme test. Okay, let's quickly do an extreme test. So we're going to craft this, just a stone knife. Let's put ourselves in the worst scenario possible. Okay, there we go. Suicide. Now with armor, I know you survived this, but maybe you won't like this. Okay, you will. So now we go. Okay, so there we've got there we've got the damage, and we're bleeding out quite fast. So let's tear this, cut it into. Where the hell is my stone? Did I drop my stone knife? Okay, there's my stone knife. I mean, guys, this is the worst case scenario possible. Okay, worst kind of injury that you can get in Scum. Okay, cut into rags. We've got 7%. Let's not stress. Let's not stress. Let's not stress. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We're still bleeding. We're still losing blood. We're still losing blood. Come on, baby. Like, usually you have to do this beforehand, guys, beforehand. Come on, are we going to do it? Close call, close call, close call. I don't think we're going to make it. I don't think we're going to make it. We did. We did make it. Okay. You can literally survive a suicide puppet as a fresh spawn, with that we have on us and with a stone knife. So guys, please, if you have got any questions, please leave it down in the comments below. Let me just help you guys. I love, a PvE threat that's much worse than this, but, anything that you're struggling with, please ask me down in the comments that I can help you. Because the thing that I'm fearing most is that too many people are going to complain, and that's going to affect the developers. And at the moment, I think the developers' vision is phenomenal, especially the fact that the high loot servers, the easy servers, are at the top of the server list, but they are still sticking to their guns. We have to give them respect for that, because they are adding things for us to have fun and to keep us busy while they're completing the game, and they're planning insane stuff to make this the best game ever. So please, guys, they're communicating with us. They're like the best example of any devs. They respond to your Twitters. They respond to us. They give us updates constantly. There's never really a time where we can get bored. Please, I beg you, do not complain about this game. Complain about bugs. Complain about the water wells not having water. Ask them if it's right, or if it was a mistake. They are going to be doing a hot fix to some of the bugs that came with 0.6. But they always do the hot fixes, okay? They're working their butts off. They're communicating with us. This game is awesome, guys, and please, this is a survival game. It's not a PvP game, it's not Call of Duty, it's not Battlefield. Please, let's all become survivors and immerse ourselves. My name is Matthias. Have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. If you didn't like me at all and, think this is just a bad excuse, click the dislike button. And if you want to see future videos where I'm going to teach you everything there is to know about Scum, because I love difficulty and I love being in close quarters like this, click that sub button, boys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and right through the week, I'm going to carry on with my short form tips, although I've done a lot of tips right now. And then I've got the ultimate, or not the ultimate, man, the Scum 0.6 gameplay showcase, which is going to be a lot of fun. And then I'm going to start the ultimate character build on my own server, Survival Evolved. And then you guys can laugh at me while I suffer on the One Life Ultimate Survival Challenge, which is a really, really hardcore server. Okay? So yeah, those are a few reasons why you might want to subscribe. And that didn't take very long. See you guys later, boys. Please support these devs. I take my hat off to them. Please support them. Cheers.